Cool.
Hi, mate. We definitely have
Hello,
a
mate.
call for 10 minutes prior. I'm going to act like this is a
Yeah.
natural introduction. Oh,
we can't we can't speak about them things in it. So
nah, secrets and that.
mm.
Anyways, mate, how have you been? How has your week been? Give me some updates.
Updates. So deload done, very
Yeah.
much needed. Was raring to get back in the gym come Monday morning, which I was really excited about. To be fair,
Yep.
we've had a couple of changes. Food is the same, but cardio has been changed from calorie target to time based. So I've gone from 4 times 500 calories to 4 times 35 minutes.
Mhm.
Um, and then putting an emphasis on training performance and not trying to get cardio done in like a really good time, etc. Um, so that was that. And then I've gone from doing push, legs, rest, pull, push, legs and back to push, quads and delts, rest, posterior, push B, pull.
Bro's got all the days.
I've got everything, bruv.
How are you
I've
finding
had
Smith
everything.
squats? I saw
Pardon?
how are you finding Smith squats? I saw you posted those on your story the other day.
Yeah, they're decent. They definitely take some setting up, and it doesn't help that the Smith machine at David Lloyd isn't angled right,
Oh, is it
so
one of
it's
those
not
ones where
straight.
it's like that?
Yeah, so the bar path is not dead straight, but also the machine has been moved. So the machine should be here, but it's like twisted to the side. So
Oh yeah.
when you're placing the foot stance down the wedge,
Hmm.
instead of having it straight, you've got to
Have it
move
off
it to the
then.
left. So you're like squatting at a diagonal angle. Um, but that's just like typical David Lloyd, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I did a plate per side yesterday, and for a set of 10 to 12, and it was pretty easy. It was all about finding numbers this week, so tried a few different weights, but I'd like to really ramp that up. Um, that's it, mate. That's it from me, to be honest. On the
Yeah.
training front, like
How
that's all my update.
how comes you needed a deload? I know prior to going into it, you said you like felt like you needed a break. Was that like just from a recovery standpoint, or was it like you just felt like you just needed a break overall?
Um, to be fair, Tom's like when we first started, we knew that I was going to have a deload from like week one.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I think that was just probably so we could just like chuck everything at the training block.
Mm.
So we kind of said to each other like, right, I want you to run this for 12 weeks. So then naturally in my head, I think he knew I'd go absolute balls to the wall for that 12 weeks. Um, at first I didn't think I needed a deload, but now that I've had one, I definitely think I did because I wasn't losing interest for the gym, but it wasn't it wasn't as exciting to go in there and I'd find days on end it would be a bit like oh fuck like overall just felt a little bit battered to be fair.
Mm.
um so upon reflection it was definitely needed, so really beneficial. um but yeah, I'm happy to be back in it right now.
What's the other
um
side? Is it moving back down? Are we sitting around the
uh,
same?
we maintained last week first couple of days rest. I was a little bit under my steps but I still hit my food um pretty well. And then um so I went up, but then it comes straight back down, like low end 97s. So then now I'm 97.3 this morning. And I reckon I should hopefully get into 96 territory tomorrow again.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Glad to
mate.
hear, mate. Good stuff.
What about you, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud to say this is the most consistent I've been in probably the last 6 months. I've had coming onto my fourth week now with like no slip ups, like 100% on meal plan. Sleep's been like 6 hours as a minimum. Like most nights getting like 7, 8 hours.
Good.
All training sessions are being hit. Haven't missed one session across the 4 weeks. I just feel great. Like I genuinely am excited to work towards a goal, and I think, you know, coming because I switched between coaches so many times, like I've said previously, and I just kind of got into the cycle of, right, we'll push up and do this, and then we'll pull back down. But it was always like, right, we'll push up from here, and then it was like we'll do a 4 week diet, like little cleanup, and then push from here. And I did that so
Mm.
many times. It was just like, I'm the sport of this. And I think having a new
Yeah.
target where I like my goal is to, obviously get lean. It's just a
Yeah.
refreshing target. I don't know what's going on, though, because my numbers are progressing. I got 50 kg on a unilateral lat pull down, and I mean, I know it's not a stupid amount of number, but for me,
Yeah,
that's strong. That's strong.
that's still strong.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that.
Very strong, mate.
And then what else? Yeah, scale weight hasn't really budged the past 3 weeks. Obviously we only started the cart technically last week.
Yeah.
The first week, it went up point 0.2. I do think visually we have improved, and like I'm not overthinking it because I know scale weight isn't the be all and end all.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping tomorrow we have a kind of significant, not a significant drop, but like a noticeable drop.
Yeah.
Because rest day calories are quite a bit lower now. And obviously today's a rest day. So I'm just
Yeah.
hoping goal weight starts to trend downwards. I know as soon as that gets going, I'll be excited because I'm not someone who obsesses over scale weight, but like I know once it's going in that direction, and like it kind of reaffirms to me that like I'm not just seeing things visually, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. 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 No, I
Sometimes.
think it definitely helps the mental side of things, mate.
Um yeah, that's pretty much all that's new with me, mate. Apart from that, it's
What's
just
what's your split at the moment?
one sec, I'll get it up. I'm pretty sure it's just a modified push pull leg split. Where
Right.
is
No.
it? Training plan. Du-du-du. I am on. I've got push and arms A, pull
Yeah.
rest A, push B, arms B, legs pull and arms. So basically prioritizing kind of all upper as well
Yeah.
as kind of my back as well. I think we said once we transition into a gaining phase after this kind of 12 weeks, we're going to do 2 leg days a week, which is going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be rough.
I need it because my legs are so lacking on my body. Like I'm scared to diet now because my legs are so small, mate. And I'm just scared I'm gonna have like little twiglets. But is what it is. I'll take it on
when
the.
you when you plan, 'cause you do have plans to compete, don't you?
I do have, yeah. Well, not set in stone, but yeah.
Like it's in your head.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's definitely something I know for a fact I'm going to do. It's just a matter of um
When?
when. I do think after we've done this, if I can commit to like I'm always going to go off what my coach says because, like, to be honest with you, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to. I like the idea of competing, but I don't like the idea of competing and like not at least coming like top three. I don't care if I don't win. Like, I'm
Yeah.
honestly not fussed about that. I mean, I'm sure once I start prepping, I'll be like, I need to win.
Yeah.
If I came like less than top three and I'm sacrificing like what I know, most preps are like 16 to 20 weeks. So that's like what 4 or 5 months. That's literally half a year. So I don't want to sacrifice like 5 months and then not potentially place.
Yeah.
But I know that's a real risk, and I know it is what it kind of entails. So once I
Yeah.
feel like I'm kind of not undeniable, because that's that's what like fucking every bodybuilding YouTube series is called. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, at some point I
What
will.
would you? What class would you compete in?
I've always wanted to do classic, but the size of my legs now, there's no way I compete in classic because I look like an upside down triangle. Um, it's just yeah, I feel like if I was like if I got lean right now and I competed, it would be like men's physique because there's no way I could like compete with my legs. They're terrible.
Just upper body in it.
Yeah, just upper body and back.
Oh,
But yeah,
nice, man. That's yeah. That classic. Bridgman's moved over, hasn't he?
yeah, he's gone
Bro,
to.
his pictures are looking nuts.
Bro, he's such a slut for a clickbait, bro. Like every single time I see his post, I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, don't get me wrong, respect to the guy because you know he gets them clicks, he knows what he's doing. But I remember seeing the initial post and it was like, I'm done with like bodybuilding, and then underneath it was like men's physique, lol. So, like, this guy. Um,
Bro,
but yeah, no,
he
I think
looked
but
mad.
it makes sense. I feel like his legs are fucking stupid. Like it makes no
His
sense
legs
why
are
he's a bodybuilder.
huge, bro.
Um, yeah. Did you see his updates today? Is that why you said it?
I did see his updates, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I see it's like he's been talking about it a lot recently.
mm,
I've just been looking at his pictures and I'm just like, what the flip, mate?
yeah, it is nutty. I do feel like the thing is, and I feel really bad for him because I feel like and I'm not sure if it's just like a nerves thing. Like, I don't know if it is something that like I feel like on show day he looks like really watery, but like his pictures like today even they look fucking unreal. Like if he brought that to stage, I don't know if it's just like a stress thing. Obviously, when you're that,
Yeah,
I don't know like how much an influence that can have on like a look. Um,
yeah,
but like it's nutty the difference because like I saw his stage video and don't get me wrong, he still looks insane, but he just looks a little
yeah.
bit like watery compared to like you
Right.
see his like checking shots normally, and he looks like he's made out of granite. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. Did you see you might find this quite interesting. Um do you follow Slee Raw?
Who's it?
Slee Raw. I think his name's Corey.
How do you spell it?
SLEERAW.
It came up. Um, fucking hell, nutty condition. I don't follow him, no. But
So he competed.
I know who he is because I know someone who's at my gym who's coached by his missus.
Yeah, Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie. Raw
How
coaching.
coaches Maddie.
Yeah.
Um so imagine he competed in Germany the other day. He's trying to qualify for pro now.
Oh, what's
And
up?
he's had
Trying to get a pro card.
he's trying to get a pro card. And he's had
I've got too many
one of my clients is at the window. Um, he had his it was his third show in Germany, and he won his class, and then in the overall he came second. Right, when I tell you this was injustice, it was mental. The guy he competed against looked so shit next to him,
fans.
but the guy that won, who looked terrible, was German.
What? So you think there's like some politics involved, that kind of thing?
Bruv, they was all go. He's coached by Joe from the Physique Collective.
Oh,
They
mad.
was all going off on their stories after like this sport is a piss take. Um, like and even like viewers and streamers who were watching it were like, yeah, this is actually tapped. Like you hear people say, "Oh, I looked better than this person," I think, but this guy, like Corey,
That
genuinely
is
looks
blatant.
27 times better than the guy next to him. I don't know if he's uploaded any pictures next to him on his Instagram, but it was crazy.
Oh,
Like,
it's mad because I thought you were gonna just say like I thought it was just a case of, you know, like bodybuilding is very subjective. Like each individual person, and obviously there's an effect where, you know, it's very hard for someone to be like, oh well, I think this person looks better.
yeah,
It is judgment based and people judge it differently. But like, yeah, if you're saying that there are some cases where it just happens and it just is a bit shit. Do you
it
know what I
was mad. I'll try and get I'll try and find a picture and show you, but bro, it was mad.
I'll see if there. I just want to see if there is anything quick.
Yeah, it was on Saturday just gone.
Yeah, because I've seen his. Oh no, that was only 8 hours ago, so it will be a couple back. Anyways, I'll go to it later because I don't want to bore people. You didn't get questions, did you?
No.
Oh, I got some. Right, let me see. Do So we'll just bounce off each other for these. Have you got any exciting plans this year, mate? We can just go through everything, in general, life,
Uh,
business.
for myself, Dan's talking about doing a 3 peak challenge somewhere and getting some feel good members to do it. So for anybody who doesn't know what that is basically where you climb 3 mountains in a day.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'd be down to
Um,
do that.
bro, the views are crazy.
If you do that, I'll do that.
All right, cool. He's literally planning it as we speak.
Yeah.
So,
Let me know dates because I'll have to get off work, but I'm down because like, yeah, seeing like views and stuff, that'll be jokes.
mate, it is mental. Um, and then other than that, I'm just excited to just get lean and just look good, enjoy a summer um holiday, and then potentially a high rocks at the end of the year, but not sure about that because I got a well dodgy hip. Um, yeah, I've had a dodgy hip for a few years, so if I can get that sorted, then I'd be
Could have gone
down to
pro.
do that. Pardon?
So could have gone pro if it weren't for
Yeah,
you.
could have gone pro, but my bloody knee. But yeah, that's my plans. You
Um,
become a full-time PT.
full-time PT. Yeah, like, I want to get out of Sainsbury's, so I need to get back on it with posting and everything and content. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I can't remember if I said this on my Insta story or I just had some chats with some people regarding it. Like I took, I've been on Instagram, but I took like 2 weeks off, and during those 2 weeks was when I was just like focused on like getting back into training and everything, and it's the best I felt like mentally about myself in a long time because even though I'm aware of it, I still find it very hard not to compare myself to other people, like on
Yeah,
Instagram, especially from a physique and business standpoint.
yeah,
Um, but like I've set limits on my phone now, so like I can't endlessly scroll because I found like I literally deleted TikTok because I've tried so many times now. I just can't have that app on my phone because I will literally just
really.
get lost in a rabbit hole and I'll just scroll. Um,
Yeah,
I've set like time limits on a load of things. So like Instagram, I've only got an hour a day. So my plan is now literally just go on it, um, post content, and then set like some time aside for the end of the day. So if there's any comments and stuff or like business inquiries, I can just interact with that. But
yeah.
yeah, so leave Sainsbury's. I'm going to Vegas in September for my dad's 60th, which is lit. That'll be fun.
That's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very much looking forward to that. Uh,
Yeah,
getting lean as well.
yeah.
You don't like raves, do you?
I enjoy house events, but raving, different situation.
Ah,
Does
big.
that technically count as raving or not?
What house
Or are you
events?
talking about drum and bass?
Yeah, yeah. See, the thing is, I used to be one of these people, yeah, who heard drum and bass. I'd be like, "Ooh, it's a scatty, loud noises. Don't like it. How can people listen to that?" And then I went to a drum and bass event with one of my mates.
Yeah,
And I was like, "Holy shit, this is actually like sick." And I feel
yeah,
like if I could get you along to one, you'd be like, "I see it. I understand." Um,
yeah. I don't listen. I don't hate drum and bass,
hmm.
but for me, it's being around people who are absolutely ketted out of their brain.
Brother, I guarantee you there is more people ketted out of their brain at a house event than a D&B one.
Yeah, true. No, but that's what I don't really. That's what annoys me a little
And no
bit
one will
about.
try scrapping you or offering you D squared in the
Yeah,
smoke.
yeah, yeah.
You won't go there and they'll be like, "Oh, you want some blood splattered on your jeans?" You know what I mean? Oh, never me. Oh God.
Get the
With the
Nike
greased
Miller
back
tops out
hair and the fucking massive Louis Vuitton sunglasses.
with the finger around the neck. Innit?
Yeah, yeah, never me.
Yeah, yeah.
Each their own, I guess.
You going raving then?
Oh yeah, yeah. When I get lean, I'm gonna book a few raves, with a few mates.
Lovely.
And then there was something else. I don't know. Just enjoying summer, mate, to be honest. Like I'm looking forward to just having like longer days, like seeing everyone. Like I feel like I don't know, just going to like Brighton Beach, on a summer's day
Yeah,
with like our friend group would just be sick. Do you know what I mean? Like even if we just got
yeah,
like barbecues, just went down there
yeah,
for a night, have drinks, like easy.
yeah. Trust me.
Apart from that, nothing much else. What else have we got? biggest mistakes you've made on the business end of your coaching? It's a good question.
Oh
I've
shit.
got a good one for that. Um, I'd say personally, and I've only noticed this within the last like 4 months because I've done it so many times, and I'm just like, you need to stop doing this. And this is I literally just talked about it because I compare myself to other people's businesses and I see what works for them. I'm like, I have to do what they're doing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm starting to realize, I'm like, bro, you're not an individual person. Like you're trying to be like, do you know what fucks me off so much when you see like not the 12-week like cutting things, because I understand that, but where it's just like you can see someone's like paid like a business mentor, and you can see like it's just like they don't actually care about coaching, they just want to do it from a business standpoint. And I understand some people do just have that mindset of doing it from a business standpoint, but
Yeah.
when it's so blatantly obvious that they're just all selling the exact same thing, and you follow like three coaches and they've got the exact same message, the exact same style post, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you have no originality. You're just like you're
Yeah.
on a script.
Yeah. You look you you all look the same, yeah.
And like you're like Christian talks about it all the time, and I think it's one of the biggest reasons he's so successful. He is truly himself. You know, he doesn't copy anyone else. He doesn't do anything other people do. He is himself in his stories. He posts like great transformations because he gets them, and then he just lets business come to him. Um,
Yeah.
and I think coming up as a coach, it is very, you know, of course you want to get clients and you want to have that success, and I think it is very easy to fall into the trap of doing that. But I think realizing that, you know I feel like if you fall into these like traps of you know doing these kind of like marketing like courses and doing these things, you aren't going to get the type of individual you're looking for. I feel like you get these
Yeah.
demotivated people who want a quick fix, and they're not
Yeah.
they're not getting a lifestyle change because you see it as money and they see it as, oh, it's a quick turnaround. And
Yeah. 12
you're
weeks.
coaching them you're coaching them for 12 weeks, you put them through an extreme cut, and this person now has no knowledge of what to do after that. They don't know how to
Yeah.
reverse properly, and they're probably just going to get fat again, and it's a never-ending cycle. Um,
Yeah. Literally, to be fair.
you got any? You got
Okay.
any?
Um, Not posting certain content because I'm worried about people commenting on it. Like,
That's wrong. This is what I do personally.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have the
And
exact same
it's
problem.
like, listen, I understand both sides of it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that stuff, I'm like, oh, do I really want to post this? Is someone going to comment this? And I'll think about all of the outcomes that people can probably comment on it, even though there might not be loads, because, like as we've said before, like we both try and stay as up to date as possible with what's going on in the industry and try and provide knowledge that is going to help people. But yeah, I just think there's always going to be people. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And it's like, okay, cool. That shouldn't matter, and it doesn't matter what they say, but it still has an effect.
Yeah, no, 100%. I second guess, like, you'd be surprised how many times like I've just like I go to post a story and I watch it back and I'm like, I can't post that because
Yeah.
what,
I
what what I haven't mentioned this one thing which someone could to me
oh,
with.
I've made videos and stories where I talk about something and I'm like, oh, I missed one thing.
Mm.
And I'm like, no, I can't upload it because you know full well you're gonna upload it and someone's gonna say it. And
Is
then
it?
you've got to try and scramble in the comments. But once again, that shouldn't matter
Mm,
because you could simply just put it in a caption and
mm.
just say, also, forgot this point, but note this as well. Um, what else? Not having a cancellation policy for PT. Lost thousands of pounds last year.
Really?
Thousands of pounds. Probably 5, 6 grand last year I lost from cancellations.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Um, yeah. But it was bad. Um,
So what do they have to give you like a certain amount of notice now?
24 hours. Um, and then unless they've got a great reason,
Mm.
I was going to say excuse, but no, whenever you say excuse, it sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Unless
sorry,
they've got
partner's just died. Or yeah, great excuse.
yeah, great excuse, and you're like, actually, that is valid, but
Yeah.
you can't use it as an excuse. So if they've got a valid point, then more often than not, I won't charge them for it. But um, yeah, that was painful last year. Towards the back end of last year, I was getting frustrated with what like how many cancellations were coming in.
Yeah, I bet I was getting on your tits. That would get on my tits.
But it's hard as well because I saw Ben Bray speak about this the other day. Um, like I want my business. When people think about my business, I want them to immediately think this is high standard coaching.
Mm.
Like I want you to realize like this isn't just a walk in the park and like listen, we're gonna have a laugh, we're gonna have fun, but I have high standards that I want met.
That's so true because like I think that's something I struggle with. Like, and I don't mean this like with a. I don't mean to. I don't know how to word it. Like, I'm a nice person, and like
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes people can take the advantage of that because like
100%.
I'm very caring and considerate of other people, but like I know for a fact in the past I've let that be a factor that's like held me back. Like, say someone, because I don't want to come across as a dick, but at the same time, I
Yes,
sometimes forget that like this is my business,
it's my
and like
money.
yeah, it's for money, and like say for example, someone's like late in checking in, like I've developed a system now for like from coaches I've worked with where I will ask for check-in pictures the day before their
Yeah,
check-in. So because do you know the amount of times like I've been like, "Where's your check-in?" And like the thing is, like I don't want to sound like moany or anything, but like we're all adults. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And at the end of the day, when you're telling someone to do something, on one hand you don't want to sound like a dickhead, but on the other side of that, you're like, my job is to get you to this goal, and
yeah,
I need to hold you to a certain level for you to reach that goal. And I sometimes find it hard to be like, I need to be stern here, but I need this
yeah,
person to understand it's not coming from a standpoint of me being like, look, I'm fucked off of you for not doing this. It's more like,
yeah,
look,
yeah,
this has happened. This is what we can do to resolve it, and this is
yeah.
what we now have to do from here.
It's
Um,
like I want you to do this because I want to have the best opportunity to help you as best as I can. Do you
mm,
know what I mean?
mm,
And that was it. That was with like that's what I was saying. It was like I just want people to respect the service because this is what pays my bills. Do you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Mm.
Like at least give me the decency. And I'm the same as you. I'm a soft bastard, and I am too kind because I let all of these cancellations happen, and straight away I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll see you on Thursday." So now people think it's okay. My client tonight is meant to be coming at 5:30. Oh, sorry, I can't make it tonight. Like, why? Why
Mm,
can't you?
mm.
So it, you your kindness does get taken for weakness sometimes because they know if they text me, oh, I've had a shit day at work.
Mm,
Okay, cool. You could probably still come to the gym, to be honest. And if you come to the gym, it's probably going to help.
mm.
But I'd
It's
then be
like
like,
knowing where not to overstep because like it's
you know what I mean?
such a fine line to tread because like you said, like I always think of myself in these situations, and the thing is I feel like it's hard again because I feel like personally like within this industry, especially if you're like you care about your fitness and your goals very much, you hold yourself to such a high standard, you kind of expect that
Yeah,
from others.
yeah,
And like it's hard to sometimes like detach from that because like and this is like brutal honesty, like it's got to the point before where like I am so like consistent within a certain phase and like I'm doing something so like consistently, if someone doesn't kind of attack that with the same kind of level of consistency that I'm doing, I'm like I'm pissed off in a way because
yeah,
I'm like and I understand that it might be a different level of coaching because at the moment we're very early into our careers, and I'm not slagging off any
yeah,
of our current clients or anything like that, but I'm just saying I think we we want to work with like a certain demographic, and
yeah,
we're in a phase where we're kind of just getting our feet through the door. So, we work with every single type of individual and slowly get ourselves to a point where we're working with, that exact demographic where they kind of understand that, we have the ability to maybe be like, look, I don't want to work with you, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but it's just because you don't fit the demographic and the certain type of clientele I'm working with. But at the moment, we're at that point in our career where we're just getting our boots off the ground, and we want to be like, we want to work with everyone because we need to get financial experience. But at the same time, it welcomes these kind of possibilities.
Yeah, 100%. Genuinely couldn't say it any better. Any better. Honestly, some of the PT clients. So I've been doing this for like 3 years now. 3 or 4 years, I can't remember. Some of the PT clients I've had in my time, and this is no disrespect, have been woeful. Like woeful, genuinely, just couldn't commit to the program, wouldn't listen to a word I'd say, cancel, wouldn't come and train for 3 weeks. Were just like half-ass it in session. Like genuinely, I don't mean no disrespect to these people, but I've had some stinkers. And that's fine. But ultimately, there's going to be PTs out there who are more than happy to accept that. But everything I ever do in my life, I have to hold myself to high standards. And I know for a fact,
it's gonna cut off. 1 sec. I'm gonna invite you to the next one. I'll just edit it together. 1 sec. Right, we're just gonna. No,
I don't fucking remember.
No.
Oh shit.
Zoom cut us off, people. I'm sorry. Right, we'll just skip that then. I'm sure I had some other questions. We'll wrap this up, mate. Don't worry. Where is it? The shittest movements in the gym, and then why haven't I been invited on yet? From Pete. Pete, you're a dirty steroid head. That's why we don't have you. This is a natty only podcast. I'm just kidding, mate. If you want to come on, we'll have our first guest, and it will be Pete, and we'll get that set up. I'll
Did you say what I think you said?
Huh?
Did you say what I think you said?
Whoa.
I don't know why. When you said, if you want to come on, you can be. Oh, you might have to cut this out, actually. I don't know if I say this.
No, that's right. Say it. I'll cut it out if it's bad.
I'm pretty sure. Did you? I don't know if you're bantering him. You just said, if you want to come on, we can have our first guest.
No. I didn't say no. Pete did not say that, mate. Nothing like that. No.
I swear, I was like,
no.
We can have our first guest.
No. We can have our first guest, and it can be Pete.
Okay.
Nothing gay involved.
I was going to say, there's no discriminatory behavior on this podcast.
Pete likes that kind of stuff. Good for Pete, not for me.
Yeah.
I'm good. But yeah, Pete, if you want to come on, mate, sure, we'll have you.
Yeah, man.
That'd be good. Yeah. I'll send you his Instagram so you can have a look. That sounds proper weird now. You've just said the gay stuff.
I genuinely, I was like, fucking hell, Lou.
Just absolutely mixed it up.
Worst movements in the gym.
I've said this before. Rack pulls, absolutely arse. Stupid. Unless there's a reason why you can't do a hinge properly. I just think rack pulls are absolutely arse. And then tricep kickbacks, I think are absolutely wank.
I think that's shit.
Do you know what I was thinking the other day? I was thinking about machines, which are shit. And I think anything Panatta is wank. Anything.
Really?
Well, I'm pretty sure Panatta is just the Italian version of Cybex, and they try to copy all their equipment, but the people who made
I think it is. I've never used a Panatta piece of kit before.
You don't want to, mate. You're not missing out on much.
All right, cool. What exercises do I always see? And I just think, listen, I don't think there's ever such thing as a pointless exercise, but there definitely is some exercise.
Arnold's shoulder press fucks me off. Whenever I see anyone do this, and they're like, "Yeah," I'm just like, "Are we in a 80s aerobic class? Like, what is this about?" What else is there? I see. When people do hammer curls like this, it fucks me off. When they're like, Like that. Like, bro, are you doing like a dancing number in Greece? Like, what's it? You look like Colin, bro. Terrible. I hate that. I see it all. There's this one guy in the gym I work out, and I see him every single time, and I tell him every single time, and he's like, yeah, 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 and then he just goes back and does it again.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, let me just elbow myself in the face. Like, makes no sense.
Oh.
Oh, calf press.
Um,
People bounce up and down. That fucks me off as well.
the what?
When people do like calf press, but they just go like, and there's no control or anything, and they're just like, why are my calves not growing?
um, what? Oh, I feel like there's so many, and now I'm thinking like, I've tricep kickbacks has got to be.
Tricep kickbacks, yeah. I used to think that was such a good exercise as well. I remember when I first started, I was like, I've never had a connection like this in my triceps. This is amazing.
Oh,
This
look at these
2.5
horseshoes.
kg, I'm definitely going to progressive overload this.
Look at these horseshoes on the back of my arms.
Oh, God. There's got to be so many more.
There is. Oh, it's one of them questions, you know, when you get asked and then everything.
I'm gonna be off this call and I'll be in the shower late and I'll be like, oh, this exercise.
Shit.
You know what I mean,
Yeah, there was one man in here in the gym earlier, and he was doing them, and he looked like he was wanking a donkey off.
that's gonna be the podcast title. I'm just gonna clickbait people. You know, Dad's Eating Ass is our #1 listen to podcast, and we've got like 100
Oh,
that one. It's great.
145 listens.
Yeah, on that one. I'm telling you, it's the
Oh,
clickbait title. So this one's gonna be like Pete
wanking off donkeys.
wanking off donkeys or Pete is gay ? I'll do wanking off donkeys just in case, because Pete will be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Who's Pete?
Oh, but yeah, we'll conclude that there. Thank you people for listening. I apologize. I know this one's more laid back. Me and Cam had kind of like short notice on this. And we to be fair, the last couple of weeks we've been a bit off our A game with this kind of routine of podcast. So next week,
Yeah.
we will do a more structured one. I know we wanted to do one on fat loss. So do you just want to go back to doing that again? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll do fat loss next week, and then we can do like a question section at the end.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Sweet.
Sounds good for me.
As
Sweet.
As always, guys, if you've got any questions, we'll put question boxes up. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
Lovely.